Hey, how's it going? My name's David, and welcome back to the Restyle File, where we talk all things reselling. Today I have a What Sold video for the sales from February the 19th through Saturday, February the 25th. What Sold videos are fantastic in order to super fuel your sourcing because you're going to find out what is currently selling. I'll also give you a breakdown of how much I paid for items and how much they're selling for. That way you can have an idea of what you should be listing your items for and what you can expect to get from them. If you haven't done so, please make sure to hit the subscribe button and hit the bell icon. That way you're notified every time I upload a video every single week. And please make sure to also like, comment, and share this video with anyone that you think may be into reselling content. Let's get right into it with Sunday the 19th. I had 4 Poshmark sales and 1 Depop sale. The first sale on Poshmark was a vintage Sterling Cooper color block shoulder pad blazer size 10. It sold for $19. So after Poshmark's fees, I received $13.48. The reason for the odd amount there is because it was a flip offer, meaning that it had reduced shipping included with a 10% discount. I paid about $5 for this blazer, so my total profit on that item was $8.48. Not exactly as high as I'd like it. I definitely bought this way back when I was kind of just picking up random things without a lot of thought behind it. I thought it was a really nice blazer, but it did have some staining on the interior shoulders, so that's probably why it took quite a long time for it to sell, and it really didn't sell for much. Lesson learned. The next item to sell was a Bill Blass 80s vintage cobalt blue wool blend double-breasted trench coat size 10. It sold for $40. After Poshmark's fees, I received $32. And I paid about $15 for this. It was on a half off day at the Salvation Army thrift store, so my total profit was $17. My initial plan for this jacket was to send it into the RealReal, just because Bill Blass is a designer label, and this wasn't one of the cheaper looking labels or subsidiary labels of Bill Blass, so I thought perhaps it could probably fetch a nice price, but it's one of those things where you inspect it with a fine-tooth comb at the thrift store, and you get it home, and all of a sudden, everything comes out of the woodwork. There was cigarette burns on this jacket, and just not the kind of condition that I was looking to send it into the RealReal. I thought they would instantly deny it and send it back, so I listed it forever ago, and it finally sold. Not a huge profit, but yet another lesson to always quadruple, quintuple check your items before you buy them at a thrift store, especially if they're vintage, because that means that they are that much more likely to have some kind of wear on them. The next item to sell on Poshmark was a Ralph Lauren floral silk blend shirt, new with tags, size 3X. It sold for $25. After Poshmark's fees, I received $20. And I paid about $6 for this shirt, so my total profit was $14. I had that item listed for a while, and I had initially heard from some other channels that Ralph Lauren can do well, and I think it can. This just isn't one of those items. Usually you want to look for the stuff that's a little bit more Southwestern inspired, has Aztec prints, things of that nature. Florals, no one's looking for that from Ralph Lauren, except for this buyer, thankfully. The last item to sell on Poshmark for Sunday was a Ships Brown Wool Cashmere Blend 3-button blazer. It sold for $25. After Poshmark's fees, I received $20, and I paid about $10 for this item, so my profit was a flat $10. This was a really beautiful jacket, and when I looked it up online, Ships, I believe, is a Japanese label, and it was really expensive retail, and it was really well made, but unfortunately this is one of those situations where it doesn't matter how well made something is or how much it costs retail. If it doesn't have much of an online presence, it's either gonna take forever to sell. This one I definitely had listed for probably about a year now, and it's probably not going to sell for much. These kinds of purchases are always a huge gamble, and I'm starting to pick up on the signs of when it really pays off and when it really doesn't. At the very least, I made a small profit. I had one other sale on Sunday. It was on Depop. And super unusual. Is it just me, or is anyone not used to getting full asking price purchases on Depop? I'm almost always used to getting an offer and like hyperventilating because I'm trying to accept that offer super quick just because I know that if I don't catch that person right now, they're going to disappear into the ether and never accept the offer that they sent me. So it was my surprise that I had a notification that this item sold on Depop and for full asking price. It felt really good. So it was a vintage black leather coach belt with covered buckle. It sold for $35. And I do offer free shipping on Depop and Mercari, so after the cost of Depop's fees and the cost to ship the item, I receive about $24.81. And I did pay $2 for this at a Salvation Army, so my total profit was $22.81. I feel like I run into Coach belts very frequently, and they're almost always a sure bet. As long as they're in good condition, especially if they're vintage, they seem to do pretty decently. Almost always a $20 to $35 flip. So they're definitely worth it if you're getting them for the right price. The following day was Monday, the 20th. I had just one Poshmark sale. However, it was a bundle of 3 items. So the items were the Everlane, the Straight Fit Cotton Blend jeans, a pair of 7 for All Mankind Slimmy Straight jeans, and a pair of Everlane Uniform, the Athletic 4-Way Stretch jeans, and they were all in a size 34. I received a notification that they had added one of these to a bundle and didn't do anything with the others. So of course when I saw that they liked the other 2 items, I just lumped them in there with the bundle and sent them an offer for $100 with free shipping. And the following morning I checked and they had accepted the offer. So they sold for $100. After the cost of the reduced shipping and Poshmark's fees, I received $72.33. I paid about $24 for these jeans in total, about $8 each at Goodwill, so my total profit was $48.33. The 7 for All Mankind jeans I have had for a while, but the Everlane jeans I actually listed fairly recently in the last couple of weeks, so I was happy to see those flip very quickly. The next day we're talking about is Tuesday, the 21st. I actually had 5 Poshmark sales. So the first item to sell on Poshmark was a vintage Marie-Francois Gerbaud 90s baggy cargo jeans size 34. They sold for $54. After Poshmark's fees, I received $41.48. I paid about $7 for these jeans, so my total profit was $34.48. I love buying this brand. It doesn't sell instantaneously or anything like that, but it usually sells within a month or 2, and usually for pretty decent money. And these jeans were not in impeccable condition. They had tears all over the ankles, and they had a bunch of Velcro straps all over the legs. But they still sold, and also that was a flip sale. Next item that sold was Citizens of Humanity Premium Vintage Straight Leg Ankle Crop Jeans size 25. They sold for $50. After Poshmark's fees, I received $40. I paid about $7 for these at Goodwill, so my total profit was $33. I feel like this sale just came out of nowhere. When I saw the notification on my phone, I was like, huh? When I saw Citizens of Humanity, I was like, when did I even buy those? These were actually a fairly recent style, and that's probably why they sold for that amount. I feel like whenever I buy Citizens of Humanity, it kind of sits forever. And I don't remember when I purchased these, so maybe these were the exact same occasion, but they sold for a pretty good amount. And then I had not necessarily a bundle, but a single listing that I made with 3 pairs of pants. And the reason being because I purchased them all in the same Goodwill. I'm assuming they all had the same owner and they were all the same size. So I figured to make my life a little bit easier, I would just lump them all together. Sometimes I do that with certain brands or certain labels or certain sizes. So the next item to sell was a cool canvas vintage patina jean pants size 30 by 30. And it was 3 of them. One was navy, 2 were tan, one was a darker tan. One of them was actually a size 30 by 32, but they were altered to be 30 by 30. So it was 3 in total. I priced it at $100 and someone bought it full price. And after Poshmark's fees, I received $80. I paid $24 for these because I bought them for $8 each at Goodwill. So my total profit is $56, and they sold in less than a week. I had just seen on another channel that they had said that cool was cooling off, but I was very happy to see that these still sold very quickly. The next item to sell was Ariat Equestrian Full-Size Calf Italian Leather Horse Riding Boots size 10. They sold for $120. After Poshmark's fees, I received $96, and I paid $15 for these at Goodwill. So my total profit was $81. When I saw these at Goodwill, I was mystified because they were $14.99 and they were not in the boutique section or behind the counter like I've seen horse riding boots before. They were just out on the floor with everything else, so I don't know who dropped the ball, but I picked it up. These kinds of boots are usually worth a lot of money. I believe retail they cost about $400, so I actually had them listed at $200 for sale. But I had not received any offers or anything like that, and I did have them listed for quite a few months, so when I got an offer for $120, and considering what I paid for them, I was absolutely willing to take it. But if you ever see horse riding boots, definitely something to look up to see if it's worth buying. The last item to sell on Tuesday was a Twisted X Serape Kilim Southwest Aztec Moccasin size 9. They sold for $45. After Poshmark's fees, I received $36. I paid about $8 for these at a Texas thrift store, so my total profit was $28. When I looked at this label that I'm not familiar with, I saw that it actually had a pretty high sell-through rate. And lo and behold, I listed them and about a week and a half later they sold. So probably a good bolo to watch out for. Twisted X is the name of the brand. The next day we're talking about is Wednesday, the 22nd. I had one Poshmark sale and one Mercari sale. So my Poshmark sale was an Issey Miyake Pleats Please Beige Yellow Crop Tank Top size 3. It sold for $85. After Poshmark's fees, I received $68. And I actually did pay up for this, so I paid for it on Poshmark. I bought it from another seller for $46 total, including shipping and everything. So my profit on that was not terribly high, just $22. But when I saw it listed on theirs, I thought, well, first I want to see if it fits me. When it didn't, I thought, let me go ahead and relist it. And it definitely did take a few months to sell, but it sold for a good price. Made my money back and a little bit of profit. On Mercari, I had one sale. It was a Lucky Brand Boho Abbey Road brown lamb leather fold-over bag with stitch detail. It sold for $60. After Mercari's fees and the cost for me to ship the item, since I do offer free shipping on Mercari, I receive about $44.06. I paid $10 for this bag at a Goodwill, so my total profit was $34.06. Lucky Brand is another brand that I've never really worked with a lot, but I will say all the bags that I've purchased from them so far have been selling. So definitely something to check comps for. I know that this particular style, the Abbey Road bag, does seem to do okay, but make sure to check comps if you ever see it in the thrift. The next day is Thursday the 23rd, and I had one Poshmark sale. So the item that sold was a vintage 90s white tag Nike swoosh check gray sweatshirt size large. It sold for $45. After Poshmark's fees, I received $36, and I did pay $12 for this at a Goodwill boutique section, so my total profit was $24. I had that listed for probably just a couple of days, and it sold very quickly. And I was actually hoping that the buyer was not going to accept the offer that I sent back as a counter offer, because initially they offered me $30, I had it listed at $50, but I sent a $45 counter and they accepted. I was kind of hoping that I would get to wear it at least once, but oh well, wasn't meant to be. But these vintage Nike with the white tag are supposedly pretty popular amongst the vintage streetwear crowd, so you can ask for a higher dollar amount on them, even if they have some wear on them. Now, unfortunately, Friday, $0. It's okay. It's okay. It happens. That which does not kill us will get us on the second attempt. But thankfully, the weekend was not a complete waste. Today on Poshmark, the 25th of February, I had 2 Poshmark sales. So I sold a Coyote Thunder X Indigo Farah Wendell jeans size 29. They sold for $50. After Poshmark's fees, I received $40. I paid $8 for these at Goodwill. So my total profit is $32. This is another sort of example of lesser known brands that make really quality stuff, but it can occasionally be a little bit challenging to find the right buyer for them with the right price. I had these listed for $100 just because I believe it said that they sell for about $200 to $260 new. But when I received the $50 offer, I knew that this is probably the best one that I was going to get, so I was willing to accept it, especially considering what I paid for him. But sometimes I do like to take a gamble, particularly on artisan-style jeans, just because they almost always seem to have some kind of following, however minor it might be. And the last item that sold just a couple of hours ago was an Athleta C-Soft Straight Yoga Lounge Athleisure Pants size 1X. They sold for $50. After Poshmark's fees, I received $40. I paid $7 for these at Goodwill, so my total profit was $33. Now I know what you're thinking. eBay! Where is eBay? eBay didn't show up this week. That's a first. But I definitely haven't been listing like I should. And eBay and Poshmark are well known for punishing people who are not active. So it's well deserved. I have been very busy with my regular job, so it happens. Once more, I am a part-time reseller. This is what I do on the side, but I will try to do better. So let's look at the sales for the week in total. On Poshmark, I had total revenue of $803. After the miscellaneous fees on Poshmark, I received $635.29. My cost of goods for the items that sold on Poshmark was $194, so my total profit was $441.29. On eBay, no sales. On Mercari, my revenue for the week was $60. After Mercari's fees and the cost to ship the items, since I offer free shipping, I received $44.06. My cost of goods was $10, so my profit was $34.06. On Depop, my revenue was $35. After Depop's fees and the cost to ship the item, I received $24.81. My cost of goods for the item that sold was $2, so my total profit was $22.81. So now the grand total. On all of my platforms together, I had a total revenue of $898. After the miscellaneous fees and the cost to ship some of those items on all the platforms, my total drops to $704.16. And unfortunately, my cost of goods was pretty high this week. I'd say, is it arguable that I paid that much for that Issey Miyake blouse since I paid for it in Posh credit and my Posh credit comes from other sales? I don't know, that's getting a little too forensic for me. But my cost of goods was $206. So my total profit was $498.16, being $1.84 away from $500, which I've said before is like my benchmark, what I aim for every week. It is what it is. In times like these, I love to think back to when I first was a baby reseller and just thinking about how they would react to making almost $500 in a week. They would be ecstatic. I should be ecstatic as well. Never forget your roots, your reselling roots. That wraps up my week. I want to thank you so much as always for taking a look at my video. I really appreciate it. And please make sure to subscribe, hit that bell icon, that way you're notified every time I upload another video every week. And make sure to comment, like, and share this video with anyone you think may be into reselling content. Thanks once again for watching, and I hope you have an incredible sales week. I'll see you in the next one. So, lowball offers. They happen to everybody, absolutely everybody. And my usual approach is always to ignore them. Just, I don't even block them unless they send me an offer over and over again. Usually I'll just let it time out, except that it's going to make other people take notice of my item because they'll get that notification that someone bid on an item that you like. But otherwise, I typically ignore them. But this one, I listed this coffee jute sack. I listed it on my platforms for about $20 or $25 on Depop because I include free shipping of the item as well. Anyway, I've received this message here saying, "Hi, I want to offer $5. I need your help." Which one of these other responses do you think would work for this one? I'd let yourself want for other things. "Hi, I want to punch you in the gut." Or, you realize it'd be $10 just to ship. Submit your response now. Elevator music. So what are we gonna do? We're gonna ignore it. I'm curious though, what do you do with lowball offers? Let me know in the comments below. Anyway, I'll catch you in the next one. Bye!